What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know, they call me Napalm. This is video number 29 in the 31 Days of Q&A 2022 here at the YouTube channel. I just want to give a shout out to Luke Raymond, who found his way to my gym yesterday for like the second or third time since the month of May. Congratulations, bro. Welcome back. As you know, I'm really trying to encourage engagement here on the channel, so be sure to give the video one of these. Leave comments below with your thoughts related to this question. If there's any questions you'd like to see covered, I'm still logging questions, so if I get good questions, I will cover them even beyond the 31 days of Q&A, because I've got everything set for the rest of the month right now as far as the questions I'm going to cover. But that doesn't mean you don't have to, that doesn't mean I don't want you to post your questions. If you have good questions, leave them. I'm thinking about continuing to cover these questions as we go forward. So, today's question is, oh shit, now I lost it. All right, it's from Leo Kruger. What are some of the worst grip training injuries you've seen? Well, I don't know if you call it an injury. Probably the most common is thumb tears from pinching. The Euro will do it, despite what Barrel Strength System says. The Flask will do it. Blobs will do it. Pinch blocks will do it. Doesn't matter what you're training on. Plates, you can tear your thumb. So that's probably the most common injury, or at least setback, that you can see in grip training. Now, let's get into some legit injuries that I've seen in both competitions and in training. So I've witnessed 2 biceps tears, both of them at my house. So before I owned this gym, 2 bicep tears in competition. One was Juan Wojciechowski, and he tore his in 2012 on the adjustable thick bar. And I shit you not, it sounded like he tore, like he ripped the seat of his pants when it happened, but it was actually his bicep doing the adjustable thick bar. Conversely, I saw another dude, and I'm sorry I forget his name. There was a father-son duo that came up, I want to say the following year in King Kong. And he was using this extreme underhand grip on vertical bar. And we warned him not to do that because of the risk. But he ended up tearing his bicep too. And it popped right off and never made a sound. Wojo's bicep tear was audible and you can hear it on the video. But this other dude, you could not hear it. So I think they were back-to-back years. So two bicep tears, one on adjustable thick bar, one on vertical bar. And then probably the biggest setback, like both those guys I think recovered and they were able to get back into grip training, and Wojo I'm pretty sure ended up lifting the inch dumbbell. But I did both my, I believe it's called an A2 pulley. It's the pulley that's in this section of your finger. I did both of mine on the rim lift, which was a grip tops lift that I haven't seen anybody do in years. And I don't recommend it whatsoever. I don't recommend any kind of max crimp grip training at all. Obviously you can do it because climbers do it every day and they're not constantly tearing pulleys. But I don't think they go for max effort, 1 rep maxes on these crimping objects. Now on the rim tops, I know I did both my fingers on the same day on warm-up lifts in February of 2011. And then I want to say Yuha Haryu did one on the rim lift. I think Dave Thornton tore his on the rim lift. Multiple on the rim lift. And those names I mentioned are top names. And these are major setbacks. Major setbacks. So they are high risk. But on the tips tester, Luke tore his pulley here. What year was it? 2019, 2020? And it was a major setback. It hurt him, and he still to this day has sensations in that finger from that injury. So these are things you really want to avoid. So, you know, I know for me, I'm always training biceps, but I'm always aware of what my biceps are doing in any kind of lift. And I try to never go into a supinated position on vertical bar, little bighorn, anvil lifting, anything like that. I approach it like a handshake, and that's it. If there was like a world championship competition and tips tester was in that competition, I'm not sure if I would even sign up for that competition, because it's just too high risk in my opinion. I know a lot of people are successfully training it all the time. I know that there was just an online competition for tips tester for max reps, and I did not take part in that, and I would have no plans on it. If I were to sign up for a competition that had tips tester in it, I'd probably take token lifts and go nowhere near a 1 rep max, and I would just sacrifice points on that event. That is how afraid I am of hurting myself and not only performing poorly the rest of the contest, but like not being able to train with the intensity that I would want to train with for months down the line. It took me like 3 months to come back from the double pulley tear in 2011. I also tore a pulley in my right hand on my ring finger in 2017 doing a hub lift. And that bothered me for a while. It was injured for a while, but I was able to work around it. I was able to train grippers, inch dumbbell, block weights. So I didn't miss much training because it was this finger. But I think if it was the middle finger, then it would have been totally different. I think it would have been a different story altogether. So consequently, I don't do much adjustable thick bar. I don't do supination on vertical bars and little bighorn. And I try to avoid hub lifting like the plague, just because I've seen or experienced injuries from all those lifts. So public service announcement for everybody, you got to be careful doing those. It's you know, it's risky, just like I've spoken about gripper extreme negatives, fighting a gripper all the way to the open position. You know, it's just the ratio of risk to reward is just too steep, and I don't see the benefit in it. So hopefully that's good, solid information for everybody that's watching. Be selective on your grip workouts and the implements that you train. You don't have to train everything. And you don't have to train everything balls to the walls, because sometimes training those things entails very high risk, and it could set you back big time across the board in all your training, including your body training. So I hope that's good information for you. If so, give the video one of these. Leave your comments below. I want to know what injuries you've seen and experienced. Put them in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe and share this video with other new grip trainees that might benefit from knowing some of the more higher risk grip lifts. All the best in your training, everybody. Take care.